Hello and welcome to Piece of English. Piece of English is an English podcast to help you enhance your English level. Today is our 15th episode, so maybe it's going to be somehow special. I don't know why, but maybe it's going to be special. So, for today, we will talk about different topic, I think, which is high level and low level of a word. By low level, I don't mean something bad, it's just like the popular form of the word, the shape that we all know of the word. So, what is a high level and a low level of a word? Let's try to discuss this one. For example, when you see a football match, you say, this player was good, or this goal was very good, like this, or this player scored a very good goal. Now, very good, this is the popular form or the form that everyone knows, everyone uses of the word. How about a high level of the word? So, for example, for the word good, we will have superb, outstanding. Yes? Also, the word bad, adjective bad. So, if I say that last night was dreadful, or it was a dreadful, sorry, it was a bad night. I said it before. So if I say that last night was bad, it's fine. I can say also that last night was very bad. Okay, maybe it was something sad and so on. I can say this, or I can say that last night was dreadful. It was a dreadful night. Okay, dreadful is like very, very, very sad something. Again, with the adjective big, if you use the adjective big, we of course use it all the time. Like, this is a big statue, this is a very big statue. But again, I can say this is a very sorry, this is a colossal statue. Colossal. So I don't have to say very big. No, this is colossal statue. Colossal is very big. Okay. Also, we have the adjective small. Small. Of course, we say small a lot of the time, or a lot of time. Sorry, most of the time. But also we can use the adjective minimal. Minimal. So instead of saying, for example, small damage, I can say minimal damage. Okay. So, and we go so on and so forth. Also, we have the adjective happy. I am happy, or she was happy, he was happy. Instead of saying I was very happy, I can just say I was euphoric, or she was euphoric. Yes, it's also a good one. Also, we can say he was elated, she was elated, I am elated. Yeah. Also, this is a word for very happy. I feel very happy. So I just want to note something here. I just want you to note something here because, it's not a school lesson here. Um, If I say that we can use another form of the adjective or a higher form of the adjective, it doesn't mean that when we use the word good, bad, big, small, happy, this is bad. No, I'm actually using it now. So, no, it's not bad. It's really good. The idea is to have more vocab, have more words to use, if I may say so. You just need to have, sorry, I was just like using a tissue. So you just need to know more words, more vocab to make more sentences or to speak more in your daily life. So this is just adding to our vocab, adding to our words, not changing, not replacing the popular level of words with the higher level. No, just adding to our information. Okay, back to our schedule. So we have the adjective sad. Yep, sad. I can say I felt sad, but again, I can say I felt heartbroken. I felt heartbroken. Is it okay? Which means very sad. Yep. And also in a higher uh, level of the word. Also, the word interesting. So we can say knitting is interesting. Knitting is interesting. Do you know what is knitting? Knitting is just like, making clothes or making scarves, bags, something like this. You make them yourself, using the wool, threads, and so on. You just use them to make the thing by your hands, like making handmade clothes and accessories and so on. So it's knitting. Okay. So knitting is interesting, but again, we can say knitting is captivating. Captivating. Yeah. The sound of the word is good. Captivating. So it's very interesting. Also, we have the adjective easy. Easy. I can say, I passed the exam very easy. It's fine or easily. Okay. But also, I can say, passing the exam was effortless work. Effortless. Effortless. Without any difficult thing that I did, without doing any effort. Yeah. Also, we have the adjective important. Important. So we have four important points to cover in today's meeting. For example, we can say we have four crucial points. Crucial or vital. Crucial points to cover or vital points to cover instead of important. And actually, crucial and vital are very, very important. They mean very, very important. Uh, Last but not the least, we have the adjective smart. Smart. So instead of saying his movement was so smart, I can say his movement was ingenious. Ingenious, which is very smart or so smart. Yeah. So just to stress the point, um, knowing the high level and the popular level of the word or the adjective doesn't mean we need to replace, or when I use the popular level, this means that I don't know so much vocab or that I'm not very good in English. No, it's not like this. I'm just, introducing this for you to know. This is the whole idea. Actually, for me, in the everyday work or in the everyday English I use, most of the time I'm using the popular level or the low level, if we may say so, of the adjective or the word. So just we are adding to our um, glossary, if we can say so. Do you guys know what's a glossary? A glossary is like a schedule with the word and the meaning. For example, we have a schedule of the word um how can I say, like a park. So this is the word park, and then you find the meaning of park. It's like the place children go to play, for example. But it's not a dictionary. So the difference between dictionary and the glossary, a glossary I can make for myself. You can make your own glossary. Anyone can make his or her own glossary. But for a dictionary, no, it's something stable, or more organized, like this, more than a glossary. But a glossary, anyone can make a glossary. And also, the glossary has a goal. The dictionary usually doesn't have a goal. It's just like a collection of words, um, different meanings, different categories of the word, and but the glossary, no. Glossary usually has one goal, one category of the words. So yeah, was it too long today? I'm sorry if I made it too long. I just want to share with you last thing today, which is the words that I said. Yes, here they are. Yes, I will also share them in a YouTube post, so hold up for it and let's call it a day. We finished for today. Thank you.